Hi everyone, and welcome to Good Life Podcast. I am DANNA.
And I'm DARIAN. Thanks for tuning in today. We have got a really exciting topic for you all about one of the most important factors that can make or break company its work environment.
Exactly, you might not realize just how much the work environment can impact your productivity, satisfaction, and even the success of that company. So, today we're going to dive deep into what makes a good work environment and how it can change everything for employees and employers alike.
Yeah, and we also talk about some companies that are doing it better anyone else, as well as what you can do whether you are a leader or an employee to improve your work environment.
Let's get into it.
Yes, and we also talk about some companies that are doing better than anyone else, as well as what you can do as a leader or an employee to improve the work environment.
Let's get into it. So, for this section, number one, what is a work environment?
So before we get into the really good stuff, let's define what a work environment really is. When we talk about work environment, it's just not the office space you work in, right?
Exactly, it's about so much more than that. The work environment includes things like the office layout, the culture, relationships among with the coworkers, the leadership style, and the overall emotional climate, and all of the affects how we feel at work and how well we perform.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if your office was dark and just enough comfortable. It's like you will feel less motivated to do your best work, right?
Totally, and the best environments in cooperation offer spaces that makes you feel comfortable and supported. They encourage collaboration and makes you feel more connected to your team.
Exactly. So when we talk about work environment, we're really talking about everything that influences the atmosphere at work. From physical space to the culture to leadership, the question is, uh, how can we create environments that makes us feel inspired and productive? Let's dive into that.
Okay, now for the section number two, we're going to see the characteristics of a good work environment. Well, the first thing that comes to mind is communication, right? The best companies have an open and transparent communication between leaders and employees.
Yes, companies that communicate openly tend to have a healthier culture overall. It makes employees feel more confident, like they know what's going on and where they where they stand. In contrast, poor communication can lead to confusion, um, low morale, and even resentment.
Absolutely. And let's not forget the flexibility. Nowadays, flexibility is one of the most important factors for employers. The companies that offer flexible working hours or remote options are generally seen as better places to work compared to those with rigid offer hours.
For sure, Flexibility makes employees feel more trust and valued. It also leads to better work-life balance, which is crucial for avoiding burnout and improving productivity.
Speaking of feeling valued, recognition is a key too. Companies that take time to recognize and appreciate their employees tend to see higher levels of engagement and retention. And on the other hand, companies that don't show appreciation can experience higher turnover rates.
Absolutely. It doesn't have to be big, fancy gestures. Just acknowledging the effort and contribution goes a long way. A little reconnection can make employees to feel more motivated to give their best effort.
Totally agree. Now, let's talk about well being. The best company are those that prioritize the emotional and physical health of their employees. That means offering wellness programs, mental health resources, and even just creating a comfortable environment that supports well being. For example, if they have a psychologist in the office, that can really help.
Right, employees who feel cared for and support are more likely to be happy and productive. In contrast, companies that ignore well being may see their employees become disengaged or stressed, which can impact overall performance.
Darian, do you have any experience with a bad work environment or maybe a good work environment?
Yes, last year I had a work where I was a hostess in at a restaurant, and they don't really give us some time to eat or to buy some like food. And for example, if we need to go to the restroom, we have to ask to the leader, and that really feels like not comfortable. Uh, yeah, we
And they take you like the time?
not really, but they were like, you have to be fast, to help
your other coworkers.
yeah. We have to be a really good team and all the stuff, but the leader it wasn't good.
It was not good. Yeah, me too. When I was working on teleperformance, like in a call center, they give us like 10 minutes for eat and maybe like 5 minutes for the restroom. So it was not like a very good work environment because they are very mean and they have a lot of gossip, and I don't know, it wasn't a good work environment, being honest.
Now in the section 3, the title is the impacts of the work environment on productivity.
Let's get into how work environments actually affects productivity. And it's not just about how comfortable the space is, it's how much it affects how we perform on a daily basis.
Right. For example, In a toxic work environment, one with poor communication, high stress, and a lack of reconnection, employees are likely to feel less engaged and motivated. It makes sense, right? If you
Yeah.
feel undervalued and stressed, you're probably not going to perform at your best.
Exactly. On the flip side, in a positive work environment, employees tend to feel more motivated and productive because they have a clear communication, right? Trust in their leaders and a supporting team. They feel better about their work, and that makes, I think, a huge difference in performance.
And it's not just about how people feel, it's about tangible results.
Yeah, the results.
Companies that invest in creating a positive work environment often have higher productive rates, lower turnover, and better financial performance in the long run.
Yeah, studies show that happier employees lead to more successful companies. The best environments lead to more creativity, the innovation, collaboration, which all drive productivity. Section number 4, examples of companies with excellent work environments.
Okay, okay. Now let's talk about some companies that are really know how to build a great work environment. These companies that are go above and beyond to create a space that foster creativity, well-being, and success.
For example, one company that stands out is Google. They have got some of the best employee perks out there. Free meals, fitness centers, and flexible working conditions. It's no wonder they are consistently ranked as one of the top places to work.
Exactly. And then there's Salesforce. They help build a culture of inclusivity and focus on employee wellness. Their commitment to flexibility and work-life balance has made them one of the most desirable places to work in Teach.
For sure, in Patagonia, they offer flexible hours and they corporate culture is it's all about balance and purpose. It makes their work environment one of the most employer friendly in the industry. Now for the section number 5, how to improve your work environment.
So if you're listening and wondering how to improve your own work environment, whether you're a leader or employee, here are some steps that you can take.
First, encourage open communication, right? If you are a leader, being transparent and appreciable makes your employees feel more confident and engaged. And if you are an employer, speak up and share your thoughts and your ideas. Communications goes both ways.
Second, focus on flexibility. If you're a leader, consider offering flexibility, hours, or remote work options. Employees who feel trusted and valued are more motivated and engaged.
Yeah, that's very important. And also the recognition. It doesn't take much to acknowledge someone's hard work. Just taking the time to say thank you. Just say thank you. And that can make the employers feel more valued.
Finally, prioritize well-being. whether it's promoting physical health, mental health, or just creating a comfortable work environment. Employees who feel cared for are more likely to stick around and give their best effort. For example, if you feel like more valued, you try to do the best at your work and those activities
Yeah.
that you have to.
Yeah, I'm totally agree. I mean, if my leader says thank you, you're doing amazing, you're very good for the company, I think that can make me feel more productive, more, I think, happy, because they recognize, they value my work, right?
Yes.
And finally, the conclusion. I think it's clear that the work environment plays a huge role in the success of any company. It's better have a good communication, more flexibility, or a stronger focus on well-being. Companies that focus on creating positive environments see better results, I think.
Exactly. Whether you're working in an office or remotely, the way your work environment is structured can have a major impact on your motivation, productivity, and even your happiness.
Yeah. So, if you are a leader, please start making small changes to create a better environment. And if you are employed, speak up about what could make your environment better for you, for your team.
And thanks for tuning in today. We hope this episode gives you some fresh ideas to improve your own work environment, whether you're managing a team or just working with others.
And if you like this episode, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our future discussions on workplace topics. Until next time, take care of your work environment and it will take care of you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.